Part of a historic $1 billion investment into trees around disadvantaged cities across the country arrives in Rockford. WIFR's Nathaniel Langley checks out how the Forest Preserves of Winnebago County plans to use the new funds.
A nearly unprecedented effort arrives to Winnebago County's forests, thanks to a $50,000 grant, rescuing trees and fighting invasive species.
It's not just street trees. When you think of urban or even park trees or other things like that, it can be trees in relation to where people live, work, play, and spend their time.
Clem Arboretum partners with the Forest Preserves of Winnebago County for technical expertise during the project. One of its priorities is removing buckthorn and honeysuckle from forest floors.
They make a poor habitat for our native animals. They make it, impassable. They choke out native vegetation, prevent it from maturing, from getting the light it needs as it grows up.
Once cleared, more than 100 trees will be planted in the Kishwaukee Gorge Forest Preserve, reducing the risk for flood.
Tree roots that anchor soil basically help keep it from being swept away on slopes and into rivers and watersheds.
And keeping Rockford cooler with more transpiration.
The process where trees and other woody vegetation takes up water through their roots again and then releases it as water vapor into the air.
Alexander feels overdue restoration at the Kishwaukee Gorge makes for a better hike through the woods and healthier ecosystem across the city.
There's a lot of different ways that they really improve environmental quality, and that's why this will be helpful to our overall area to have more quality trees growing in a better environment.
In Winnebago County, Nathaniel Langley, WIFR News.
The Forest Preserve also plans for a tree planting celebration next Arbor Day. Before then, you can join monthly volunteer work days at the Kishwaukee Gorge. A lot to be excited about there for sure. Is there a lot to be